Hello everybody, this is Craig from 9V Games, and today I'm going to do, well, I'm trying to take a break and go back to what I normally used to do. But today I'm going to do a video for 5 great video game compilations. Now, like my other list of 5, this is not saying this is the top 5, because we have had a couple stupid people just make themselves look utterly dumb writing comments. None of my 5 videos are ever like the 5 best of all time. These are just 5 compilations of games that I think that is worth checking out for you if you don't own them. And what I mean by 5 great compilations is, obviously they've done it way before with compiling arcade games and stuff, but starting with the PS2 and that, we've been compiling like real console games into one and reshelling them out a lot. And in this generation that we're in now, we just call them HD remakes, and they bundle in multiple games like Silent Hill. Here's ones, HD or not, here's ones I feel that you should own, and actually only one of them, one of them is HD. One of them claims to be HD, but it's not, and the other ones are blah. So, obviously, one I got going up right now, I might as well do. There's 2 of them, but I'm going to count them as one, because it's not fair to have them twice in the same list. But that would be the Mega Man. I'm sorry, I did that wrong. I wanted to do a special reveal by going like this. Yes. I am a huge fan of Mega Man, and what the hell? Oh, it's playing through my headphones. It's like, I hear Mega Man in my head. I'm a huge fan of Mega Man. Especially NES Mega Man. So, obviously, I'm more of a fan of regular Anniversary than I am of X Collection. Because I got games 1 through 7. And I have X7 up there, too, so that sucks. Right? Anyways, I'm more of a fan of regular NES Mega Man. So, I like Mega Man Anniversary Collection. I do like 8. I don't like 7. Obviously 2 is my favorite Mega Man of all time. I'm going to try and play this while I'm talking about the other games, but I don't know how successful I'll be. But I think Mega Man is like at least Anniversary Collection. I'm on the fence about X. I'm not a huge fan of X. I don't care to explain why. But I will give them a chance. I do own Mega Man X Collection. I've seen people play through every Mega Man X, so I can't really make an informed decision having not played them all myself. He's mega. Anyways, I like the old Mega Mans. I really think that if I did have this as a top list, the #1 compilation for video games for me of all time in one disc would be Mega Man. Mega Man 1 through 8. And then, of course, if you have Xbox 360 or PS3, you can just download Mega Man 9 and 10, which are faithful 8-bit style remakes of Mega Man. You can get this all day, I think, for like $10. So definitely check this out. It's on PS2, regular Xbox. No, it is on. I'm not sure if it's on regular Xbox, guys. I'm sorry. I know it's on GameCube and it's on PS2. And most recently, they are starting next week. They are re-releasing all Mega Man, I think 1 through 7, on the 3DS, which is gonna be awesome. But yeah, so Mega Man, Mega Man. Me and my son have actually been running through these. Next one. Sega's Ultimate Genesis Collection. You can get this on PS3. They claim that it's in HD, but it's really just smoothing over these. They're not like, don't expect to be blown away by like super HD 2D sprites, because that's not what it is. However, there are some of the best Sega Genesis games ever on here, and I think I have one of the highest gamer scores out of any of mine that aren't like perfected in this. And you got your Echo, you got your Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, you have Phantasy Star. I think it's just Phantasy Star 1 and 2. However, you still got you have Phantasy Star 1 through 4. Yes, Phantasy Star 1 through 4. You have Echo 1, Echo 2, Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3, Shinobi, Arcade Shinobi, Vector Man. What else? Let me just look on here. I might as well do it. The Shinobi that I'm always talking about. Sonic Spinball, Fatal Labyrinth. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Alien Syndrome. Check this out, man. You get this for under $20. And even if you have these on Sega Genesis, it still does look a lot better on your HD TV than your regular Genesis does. I realize I rub my nose a lot like I cocaine, like I do a lot of cocaine. I don't. And my mannerisms, like with the Mega Man earlier, I apologize. I'm really not on cocaine. I was just in a car for a long time, very stuffy, and my son has got a cold and passing on. Anyways, here's one I might get some hate on. Because apparently if a game's old, it's automatically garbage, according to some people who comment on my videos. Fucking stupid retards. Activision Anthology. I got it for $5.99. I got this for $5.99 used maybe 5-6 years ago. I love Atari's 2600 games. I like the presentation of this because they present you in like you're in a room in the 80s, like a dork's room in the 80s. I can sit there and I can play Atari games for 3 to 4 hours at a time. Which I know for some people can go back and like, oh, I can only go back and play that game for 15 minutes. I can literally, I've done it. I can go back and I can play Atari 2600. I can play one specific game for like 3 hours. And I love old games and I truly do appreciate them. So the fact that I think that Activision made some of the best Atari games, namely Pitfall, which obviously that's like throwing a name out there. It's like, that's like saying Super Mario, like you play games. So I'll just read some of them back here that I'll actually play because things like boxing and hockey and all that shit, I'm not going to play ice hockey on Atari. But games like, you know, you got your Kaboom, Pitfall. I do play Pack Attack, Mega Mania, Private Eye, River Raid 1 and 2, Sea Quest, Spider Fighter, Star Master, Stampede, Dolphin. Oddities never before seen. Kabobber, yes. Thwalker. Pitfall 2, yes. So there are some games on there. I mean, if you have an acquired taste to go back and play some of these old games, or you just want to have them in your collection, I mean, like I said, I do still play Atari. I have a regular Atari. They bought me one of the flashback Ataris, which I played with Justin for like 2 hours. I don't think he was having as much fun as I did playing it, but I do. And speaking of Justin, he's actually the one that inspired me to buy this. The SNK Arcade Classics collection. Any of them are good. These have the old King of Fighters, I think 94. Yeah, Art of Fighting, Fatal Fury, Burning Fight we played a lot of together, Sengoku, World Heroes. I do like World Heroes. I do think it's underrated. And you got your original Metal Slug. It's just old and older, way older, way older. I'm talking like early 90s arcade games compiled into one. I am a huge fan of SNK. It's always a toss-up with me between SNK and Capcom. Because there's one game that Capcom has, arcade style, that will always be great to me, and that's Buster Brothers. However, I don't have the arcade collection for Capcom, otherwise that probably would have took its spot. But SNK games are fun to play with friends. If you're going to have a few beers, if you're able to drink, and you're going to have a few beers and you have a friend over, like when me and Justin used to do, we used to get smashed and we used to play co-op games. Something like SNK Arcade Classics, when you're drunk, you don't want to get up constantly and change games. So that's the whole main reason why, like, I'll buy something like Activision Anthology, the Genesis Collection, or like Arcade Classic Collections. I always appreciate them because you can always get a different genre of game. You can swap it on the fly, and if you're drunk, you don't have to get up. It's great. And plus, if you're drunk, even if the game sucks, it still is good. You know what I mean? Like, you can still have fun playing it with somebody, or you can just play the game and be like, this is so awful, I can't believe we're playing it, and it's fun. And if you don't drink, then I feel bad for you. And then this one's one I don't actually give a lot of love to. I gave it a couple nods in a few videos, but I think that it's a toss-up between this and Mega Man, but this is one of the greatest like collection of games of all time, and it's only 2. And I do think that I think not so much Ico. I know people are like Eco. Don't pronounce it I like I. You're retarded. Eco. I don't care. Ico and Shadow of the Colossus collection is definitely, they're 2 of the best games of all time. Not just on the generation that they were released on. They are 2 of the best games of all time. So much so that I could go back at any time and play it. A lot of people go back at any time and play it. This is the best example of an HD collection done 100% correct. That is correct. Everything in here was done correctly, and it's in 3D, so it's just an added bonus. The price came out decent. You can get the price now. I'm pretty sure you get it for $20. And like I said, it's two of the greatest games of all time. They're just beautiful, man. If I could cry on command, I would hold it like this, and I would have a tear come out, because they do look beautiful on here. And the fact that it's two games that a lot of people played the second one, and then a lot of people lied about playing the first one. I do feel like, I shouldn't say I feel like, it's 100% fact. More copies of Shadow of the Colossus were pushed, or were moved, than Ico. And that means a lot of people lied about playing Ico, and they didn't do it. They didn't play Ico. Or a lot of people didn't give Ico a chance, and then traded it in, and then had to go back, scavenge for one, and then beat it. I did that. And then I played it again on the collection, but I didn't actually beat it. I didn't beat both of these for collections. I gotta go back and play them. Like I said, man. I mean, well, Shadow of the Colossus, I'm right at the end of Colossus, and I'm halfway through Ico, so I gotta finish them. I gotta finish them. But they just look so beautiful, and they're two of the greatest games ever. And there's just no reason why, if you have a PS3, there's absolutely no reason why you don't have one. I said I was gonna play through this. God damn it, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Some of you people were hanging on the whole time because you're like, oh my god, this kid's gonna do this. He's gonna play. He's gonna play it. I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna play it at all. Ugh. Yeah, so that was it. 5 collection you must have, and if you just skipped around the video, here's the part you're waiting for. I'll run down. Mega Man Anniversary, or Mega Man X collection. Gonna count them as 1, because it's not fair that I count them as 2 in a list. Sonic's Ultimate Genesis collection has some of the greatest Sega Genesis games ever, all there for you on one disc. With achievement and trophy support. That's added. Activision Anthology for all you olden day gamers that actually appreciate going back and playing games, not because of, oh my god, it doesn't have oh my god graphics, and oh my god rocket launches, and oh my god with the online play, and oh my god, it's not the Call of Duty. Alright, SNK Arcade Collections Volume 1. For those of you who like arcade collections, there is a Capcom one, which I do want, which if I had, probably would have taken that spot. But fun to play when you're drunk, I'm telling you right now. Nothing better to play when you're drunk than olden day arcade games that just have like such a broken rule set, and like it's way more challenging than it should be because they wanted to eat your quarters. And then Ico, Shadow of the Colossus. I feel like a lot of people bought it, but a lot of people also didn't play it. They just bought it to have it. I know a lot of people did that. I did that. But those are 5 games that if you don't have, you should have, and you should be paying attention to. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pay attention to one of these. I'll probably just lie to you. Thank you guys for watching.